much for joining us. Welcome. Welcome to Caturday Night Live. It's not on. Okay, I see. I see.
I muted it. Hello. We're still working on things. There we go. Hi, friends. Welcome to Caturday Night Live. I'm a little flustered at the moment because this little girl is acting really strangely. She didn't really eat much today, and she has been hanging out underneath the couch as of the past, I don't know, hour. So I coaxed her out and I gave her her favorite treat, and she's growling a little bit, which means she might be done with this. But I am, as always, multitasking. I'm looking at y'all's comments, trying to at the same time that we're doing this. So it's a little, and we're doing things a little bit different. Again, we mix things up here for you all. There's no co-host tonight, but I still want to do that. Just didn't have one for today. And tonight's going to be kind of a chill, probably sparsely attended Caturday Night Live because it is Memorial Day weekend. And along those lines, I would be remiss if I didn't say a couple things about that. Well, the first thing is this is not the weekend when you thank your friends on Facebook who served. That's Veterans Day. People get that mixed up. Memorial Day is the day in the United States that we honor those who have fallen for their country in the line of duty. So the person I always think about on Memorial Day is my dear friend Sarah, who Sarah and I dated a long time ago, and then we broke up when she asked that we break up, and then she started dating Jim and married Jim, and Jim was a lieutenant colonel in the Army, and he ended up dying in Afghanistan. And I don't want to bring anyone down, but I think it's appropriate. I don't think this is a weekend to celebrate and party per se. Like, yes, it's okay to party as long as we remember that why we have Monday off. So I talk to Sarah a few times a week. She's one of my dearest friends, and I'm sure all of you either have someone in your life, a loved one that you lost in the service, or know someone who did. And so I just think it's appropriate that we mention that. So how's everybody doing? I'm gonna look in the comments now. I would love to know how folks are. There's about 78 people in here right now. That is the perfect number. In fact, I'm going to 80. 80 is the perfect number. I'm going to close it. TikTok, the stream is locked. Throw away the key. Let's just go around the room. And all right, Lizzie says Dr. Evil stroking the baby. Wait, is that Liz, my ex-girlfriend Liz? Is that Elizabeth in Chicago? I'm just curious to know. I'm also experimenting with latency on the stream. I reduced it. It was high latency, and now I put it at regular latency, and that's just the lag time. That could impact the buffering that you see on your screen. So, that's Liz from Insta. Okay, good. Because Elizabeth from Chicago said she was going to be watching. She's going through a pretty scary time with one of her cats, really sweet Daisy. Also, it's worth noting that when Elizabeth from Chicago tells you she'll love you forever, that's actually like 18 months. That's about how long that's going to last. So I'm feeling a little distracted right now because this one has been acting a little bit weird, and we're still working out some of the technical issues with doing this on YouTube, but I'm trying to get more cat action in here because y'all asked for it. And for that reason, I pre-recorded a couple of segments. I'm not trying to pull the wool over anyone's shoulders, but I'd be curious to know afterwards if you all know which segments I pre-recorded. And So what are we going to do tonight? I actually wrote out a little agenda. First thing, it says thank patrons. I always forget to do that. But it's important because if you don't know, I'm doing content creation full time. I am writing. I have a novel and a short story going at the same time. And I am creating tons and tons of content. I'm really excited about YouTube because I love doing stuff like this. And so I have a number of ways that folks, if they feel so inclined, can help support us. And that is Patreon. So huge big ups. Is that a cool thing to say? Big ups. Big ups to my patrons on Patreon. That's patreon.com/Tradolita. All the links are on our Instagram bio. And there's also a way to do it on PayPal. I've gotten contributions from folks, which is amazing. I'm so grateful. So I'm so grateful to everyone who contributes. And if you don't want to contribute, just feel free to send me a nasty DM telling me I'm exploiting Rosalita, which I'm sorry. I joke about it. I don't care because I know I'm not. It's funny to me. That's y'all's deal. What else are we going to do? Oh, we got some advice questions. So we're going to answer advice. And remember this, we're going to take your calls tonight. So the phone lines are not open yet, but let's see if I can do this using Stream Deck. Because you know what? It says the phone lines are open, but they're not. But I'm going to put it up here right now so y'all can get ready. Do you see it? Is it up there? Yeah. The phone lines are not open. But when they are, Skype's motto should be, remember us? Because like no one I know uses Skype anymore. But it's what works on this platform. So if you feel like talking on the phone live in front of America, the world, 80 people from the world, you can call us on via Skype. Audio only, please. The video part is way hard. But not yet. I'm going to turn that off. Not yet. So if you need to go download Skype, go do that. Kisses. She doesn't normally hang out with me like this. So cats can get a cold. Maybe I brought something home. I don't know. But if it continues for more than a day, if she's still doing this tomorrow, I will definitely take her to the vet. What else? We're going to answer advice. We got a couple of good questions. We have a fun fake commercial. We're going to do a guest interview. My friend Sean. That is going to be via Skype video. We're going to go brush Triscuit. The brushing of the Triscuit, I call that. And then, the when you call in, that segment's called Cat Calls. Okay? That's kind of fun, right? And we're going to do story time. We might show some home movies. We're just going to have a lot of fun. But look, this requires y'all. I'm not as Southern as I seem to be when I say y'all. I am from Virginia. So if you have questions or anything like that, throw it in the chat. And by the way, when I do these videos, it's then that I see that tooth is really chipped. I need to get that bonded or something. Sorry, I'm just looking for my optimal angle. If you're new to Caturday Night Live, I'll introduce you to the cats. This is a little girl named Rosalita, and she has big expressive eyes, but they don't work that well. She sees a little bit out of her right eye, which it might be reversed on your screen. She has like 10% vision. She might just be really tired. Oh, hi, baby. And then my boy Shadow is over there, and you can't see him yet, but I have another camera set up. We're gonna go play with him. So, what do you want to do first? Yeah, Lisa, thank you for that. Lisa said she gets freaked out when her cat's behavior changes too, right? Because you're just like, what happened? I had gone downstairs to get a mail delivery. Her favorite treats arrived, those meat tubes, and oh, you know what? I have like background music. I want to play that. It's kind of fun. We got dinged last time. Let's see how this. I paid for it. I paid for this song, so you know, like that's how much I care about this, about me and you. So if the mix isn't quite right, if it's too loud, I bought this on Pond 5. It's called Chill Hip Hop. Yeah. should have a thing where when people say meow, I play a meow sound. Will it work? Did y'all hear a meow there? I can never tell. I do love you. Is that Ismania David said you love us. You really love us. I do. Is it a little loud? Hey, Donnelly? She's the only one who said anything, so I'll turn it down. Okay, I hope that's better, A. Donnelly. Yeah, I love you. This is fun, right? Like tonight's just gonna be super chill. It's not gonna be wacky. I'm not drinking tonight. Not that I have a problem with drinking. I have a problem with weed, if I'm being really honest. A lot of, we all have adaptive and maladaptive ways to deal with feelings we don't want to feel. Mine is pizza and weed. But I have been working on both. Yes, I have. So tonight we're not going to get like super crazy and drink, but we can go see Shadow because I have another camera set up. Oh, you know what else I have? We're going wireless with the lavalier. And last week it was a little scratchy when Lauren had it on, but that's because she has hair. I don't. Okay, I think this will work. Hello. Yes. Okay, you can still hear me. Now watch this. I'm going to move us to the other camera. I'm like the director and the talent, capital T. Here we go. Look at that. That is the rug. I think one of the kitties knocked it over. All right, let's go. Let's go in here, baby. Yes, we are mobile, just like the Caturday Night Lives of old. There we go. There we go. Hi. Hello. Shadow. Hi, Bubba. Hi, Shadow. Yeah. What you doing? Are you having a good night? Do you want to give your sister a kiss? Kiss. Give her a kiss. Yeah, you're a good boy. You are such a good boy. So he just ate, and I don't know how playful he's going to be, but we can try. You guys want to try? You want to play? Like a super chill mood tonight. I don't know what that. If you're new to Caturday Night Live, Shadow does not have eyes. If you're new to Tradolita, and Tradolita, yes, is a combination of their names, Triscuit, Shadow, and Rosalita. And Shadow has no eyes. That happened when he was a baby. He got an infection, which is pretty common in kids. Okay, let's just see if they'll play a little bit. You want to play a little bit, sweetie? You want to play? Go. There you go. Ready, play. Okay, sorry. I'm going to get this other phone where I've got the stream going so I can see your comments. Yes. Ismania said, I remember when he barely fit in that basket, as do I. It is so strange to see our kitties grow up. And if you're new, this is their favorite toy, the catfishin fishbowl toy. You can swap out lots of different lures. And it's like, okay, what I'm going to do is move these tunnels. I just figured out that you can connect the tunnels like that by just tucking one into the other. And Shadow loves that. So I'm going to put this over here. Shadow's quite interested now. Okay, sorry. It's okay. That was loud. That was loud. So this gives a grander playing field. Now, if she doesn't go after this when I do this, which I think she's going to, then she's sick. Nope, we're good. Okay. Okay. Get it. Get it. Hopefully she'll do some acrobatics for us. Yes. Good girl. That this camera makes it super shaky. I don't. I'll figure out how to do that. DJ Cameron said, "Can I get a shout out for watching while in the ICU?" Well, that depends. Are you? If you're tend, however, if you're in the ICU and you're watching it, of course. But I'd like to know if you're comfortable sharing. What are you doing in the ICU? Oh no, my heart is failing. Oh gosh, I am so sorry to hear that. I I hope that. I don't know what is going on with this girl. Yeah, look at that. She's way back there. Sweetie, what's the matter? Come on, baby. Rosa, come here. She'll come out for a treat. Y'all just stay tight. Sit tight and stay cool. And no one, gosh, no one excite DJ Cameron. Not in that condition. All right, I'm going to go in the kitchen and get her favorite treat. Here, baby. It's also worth noting that, you know, cats are just like people. They need a little alone time. Hi, Shadow. Hello, buddy. Hello, Shadow. Sorry, guys. What did she? Oh boy. Oh boy. This is so hard. But you know what? It's not hard, right? I mean, we've got one of our friends in the hospital tonight with a failing heart, and I'm going to complain that it's hard to do a live stream with a cat. And that recalls something that I've been thinking about a lot lately, which is that life is not linear like we want it to be. Things don't just go our way because that's the plan. Life is just a series of moments. Yes. And I can think about Caturday Night Live and all the fun I want to have and how funny it'll be and wacky. And then when it isn't, when something else happens, the vibe changes. Problems, learning about our friend in the ICU there. You just roll with it, right? It's a new moment. It's how we respond to life's moments that determines our quality of life, right? Basically just repeating everything my therapist said. And by the way, if you don't have a therapist, you are either just completely whole, completely good in your head, or you just don't know how useful they can be, or God forbid, you don't have the insurance that will allow you to do that. Either way, there's usually a way. So I just wanted to advocate really quickly for our mental health professionals out there. My therapist, I've been seeing her for just like 3.5 years. She's amazing. I've learned so much about myself and life. It's funny, I'm learning about myself, meditation, I read a lot about mindfulness. It's actually taught me a lot about other people and the way, okay, sweetie, don't bite it. And when you realize sort of why other people might act the way they act, it makes it a lot easier to deal with them. Oh yeah, she's going to town. She's like, I should hide under the couch more often. Yeah. Oh, sweet girl. Now, Shadow, you'll get one too, buddy. Don't you worry. All right, this is about finished. I say it's time we go brush Triscuit. What do y'all say? What do y'all think? Go see the queen? Okay. Yes. Yes. Okay. Good girl. All right. Oh, boy. I'm sorry. My hands are covered in this tuna muck. Hold on. Hold on. All right. Sorry. Let's go see Triscuit. Okay. Stay right there, buddy. I'll be right back. So, thank you all for giving me a reason to vacuum today. Appreciate that. I keep the door closed when we're going to do this because it's a different experience for her when, hi baby, it's a different experience when the other cats are around. Sweetie, yes, you know what's up. You know what's up, my sweet girl. So yeah, she's been spending less and less time in here, which is awesome. She's more vocal, aren't you? Aren't you more vocal? Do you want this? Do you want the glove? Do you want the glove? When my doctor says that, the answer is no, I do not want the glove. Okay, hold on, let me put this on. I know, I'm coming. Yes, you know. Come here, sweetie. She looks to the door to see if anyone's coming. And then she comes in for the brushings. Sweet girl. Yeah, feels good, doesn't it? Yeah. So this is always really interesting because this is where you have to really listen and also not take things personally. Because you see how she's all over it, but then she might just turn and suddenly attack. She can't help it. You can't help it, right? You are as God made you. Yeah. Yeah. She likes it on her face. She also likes the body brushings, but sometimes that sets her over the edge because she is a easily overstimulated kitty. So the trick is to watch her tail, which is super chill right now, but when it starts to swish, keep the bee hole out the shot. Come on, baby, you know our rule. You know our rule about bees, about the Bravo hotels. So the one downside of going mobile like this is I can't see y'all, I can't see the chat. So if people are saying, give her a kiss for me or something, I don't know. I don't know that you're saying it. But this isn't, hold on, sweetie, you messed your ear up. There you go, good girl. Look at that, her ear just resets. I love that. So she has been so much more social and loving and receptive to receiving love. Telling me what she wants, that's huge. Right, baby? Yeah. We're still struggling with her weight. I'm not gonna lie. I have been loath to talk about this because people have said unkind things, but then I realized, you know what? Vastly, vastly more people have been kind and supportive. So I'm just gonna ignore the negative folk. And we will get back on a Weighty Wednesday routine because I'll be honest, I need y'all's help. I, with my vet's help, calculated how many calories per day she needs to be at her goal weight, which is somewhere around 9 or 10 pounds. And so they say the rule of thumb is 9 calories for every pound of her desired weight. So, is that right? It's been a while since I did the math. In any case, I did the math. And you know what? It's possible I did the math completely wrong. I may be feeding her twice what she's supposed to be getting. I'm going to double check that. But I did the math over and over again, so I'll triple check it. But she has gained weight. So has Shadow. And we've been using the microchip feeders. So I know she's only eating exactly as much as she is, well, she's only eating as much as I put out for her. I need to triple check whether or not. Yes. All right. Whoop. Come on, baby. She has one of those cat bee holes that tends to collect. Why do they do this? Can anyone explain to me why they feel the need to? Okay, we're safe. Don't lift your tail up, sweetie. This is hard because I've got the left hand glove on. There is a right hand glove around here somewhere, but I would love to switch hands. Come here, sweetie. So I'm just going to let her come to the brush. Go towards the light, Carol Ann. Yes, good girl. Good girl. And she's been playing more. Of note, she has been playing with Shadow more. And I don't know if I told you all, but I saw her stalk and jump out at Rosalita in a very playful way. She still hisses at Rosalita a little bit, just a little bit. Whenever Rosalita gets too close. They are not snuggling yet. Sweet Triscuit, my queen. All right, just another minute or two in here, and then we'll go back out to the desk. And we'll spend some time with Shadow and Rosalita. And I'll leave the door open for the queen to come out. And we can come back in and play with Triscuit with her string toy, which you remember from days of yore. She loves that. It's the only toy she loves right now, right? Isn't that right? Isn't that right? Okay, baby, we'll be back in a little bit, okay? I'll leave the door open. Come out and visit us, okay? I love you. I love you. She's looking at this. Okay. Try and take the glove off. Okay. I just had to bite it with my mouth. Hello. Hello. You two may go back in. You may go back in now. Okay. I'll meet you at the desk. Okay. Let's use this mic instead. Did you figure it out? Did you? The astute observer would have known that that was one of the segments I pre-recorded. I passed Shadow on the way back, but then he's sitting right there. Because the remote camera, the wireless one was a terrible video experience. So when we want to see Triscuit, I'll do that until we get a better experience. And now, I was reading the comments. No one called me out on the amount of calories, number of calories. And can I just say this? I'm not like super pedantic about grammar, but I try and catch myself. And there is the difference between amount and number. I'm sure a lot of you, maybe all of you know this, but it bugs me when I hear it. If you can count it, it's number. If you can't count it, it's amount. Like number of pounds, amount of weight. It's the easiest way to remember that. Okay, you didn't come here for grammar. But no one called me out on the number of calories that a cat needs. It's not 9. I was thinking that was part of the equation. 9 pounds is her sort of mating weight. It's 20. It's 20 calories per pound that a cat needs. And I have done the math. I read the calorie content on her food. She gets that amount. It's 180 calories. I think I have it at like 200 a day. She should be losing weight. She's not. She's gained a pound, which is shocking to me. And Shadow has too. Like something isn't right. And so I'm pretty keen to work on this more. And I am going to start Weighty Wednesday again. I'm going to let go of the mean things people say and just do my thing. But a lot of you have suggested a raw diet. I might look into that. We are going to chat with Sean, who is one of our dear friends on the Instagram, and she and I met in a really kind of fun way. I think you all will really enjoy meeting her. But first, friends, a word from our sponsors. We got to pay the bills. Sorry, it's commercial time. Do you have a hard time getting your finicky cat to eat? There are some easy steps you can take to fix the problem. First, try feeding them food with a high moisture content. Second, warm the food for a few seconds in the microwave. Cats like to be able to smell their food. Next, try timed feeding, where you put the food down for 20 minutes and then take it away, whether they're finished or not. Chances are good they'll learn that they need to eat when you put the food down. These are just a few of the ways you can get your cat to eat. Hi, I'm Dave George, professional cat dad. If you'd like to find even more useful cat tips like this, please check out my new book, How to Google Stuff. I've combined my 20 years of experience with cats, along with 25 years working in tech, to create this handy guide that teaches you how to take the questions you have in your head and type them into a search field. Whether your questions are about cats, cars, dating, or life in general, I'll show you how to turn those questions into hundreds of thousands of hits ordered by their relevance. Stop not knowing stuff and start knowing stuff. Order How to Google Stuff today. Thanks. All right, we are back. Welcome back. And I hope you will pick up our new book. We're very excited about that. And now let's meet Sean. This is about 10-minute conversation we're gonna have. I pre-recorded it because there's so many technical issues, but I think it's fun. I think you're gonna like it, and she has something very, very fun to show us. Here we go. Get ready for Sean. That didn't work. Did it? I don't think it did. Oh, weird. Hold on. Bear with me, people. That's crazy. You do. Hello, Sean. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing good. Hi, Dave. How are you?
I'm great. I'm so glad you could join us, and you are our first official Caturday Night Live guest.
That's right. Very exciting. Hi, everyone.
How does that feel?
It's a privilege and an honor.
Yeah.
I'm very excited.
That's the right answer. Tell everyone how we met, because it's a good story.
It is a good story. Yeah, so I started following you on Instagram from the day one, pretty much, when Go shared your account.
Uh-huh.
And followed you for a couple years, and then my husband and I actually he had a business trip out to San Francisco, so he had to work on Monday and Tuesday. And Monday night he had a conference, so after work conference thing that I couldn't really go to, and even if I would have, a bunch of technology stuff that I wasn't really interested in. So I was like, on Friday that week, I was like, I'll just randomly message, like, Dave lives in San Francisco. He'd be so cool to meet him. He seems like such an interesting guy. So I randomly messaged you, and I was like, hey, do you want to meet up and eat sushi? I'm going to be in town with my husband on a conference. And yeah, you happened to be online checking messages, I think, because you answered back like right away.
Yeah, because I'm always online.
Yeah. My husband only thought I was slightly crazy for going to meet a random internet cat dad, but he was like, yeah, it's cool, just don't get murdered or fondled in.
And neither happened. I just want to be clear. So like, first of all, I have to say, like, it was really cool of you to reach out like that. And I every now and then I do get messages from folks who want to, like, meet the cats or whatever, and I tend to not do that because it doesn't feel super responsible to let strangers into my home.
Yeah.
But
I was really most interested in meeting you. I was like, no pressure. I don't even care if we meet the cats. I mean, obviously we cool, but.
Yeah. So, in fact, I was the one who suggested. I said, why don't we meet for sushi somewhere near my apartment? And then I said, if you don't seem like a murderer, you can come meet the cats. And
that's right.
And you were like, we had a good yuck about that, but there was some, truth in that. Like, you do have to sort of vet people.
Oh, sure.
You have to be.
And
you
make
have to
sure
be smart.
you weren't a murderer too.
Totally, totally, and I'm not. I swear.
No,
No.
no. So far,
Um,
so good.
yeah, so far you have not been murdered, and so what I was struck by when we were having dinner was just like how positive you are. Like,
Oh, well,
I
thanks.
think folks can see like you're a pretty happy person and you're
I
super
try.
kind and fun. And we ended up having an awesome dinner. And then you did come back and meet the
Yep.
cats, and your husband, who is like really really cool to not like to let you do this because you're a strong independent woman and you can
That's
do
right.
what the f you want, but he was, I don't know if I would be that like comfortable with it, but you were checking in like throughout
That's
the
right.
night.
There, he had the appropriate level of concern for my safety. That
Yeah.
was all. Just, there's like a safe word and call and said the password.
Wait, was there
He
really a
said,
safe word?
no, there wasn't. But
That's so
when I
funny.
texted him, he did say, just call me so I can at least hear your voice and make sure that this is not being sent under duress. He was
Yeah.
half joking and half serious, but I think it did make him feel better just to talk to me.
Well, I
Because,
remember, yeah, I remember him, you checking in with him and texting him and saying that everything was going fine. And then he responded and said, "How do I know this is you?" And so when you told me that, I said, "Please do this. Ask him to ask you a question that only you would know, and then answer it incorrectly, just for fun,
That's right.
just to scare the bejesus out of him." But you're too cool to do that. Like
Yeah.
you are too kind of a human being.
Yeah.
Okay,
And then
so
the next day I was like, oh, and by the way, I'm cool if I go ride motorcycles with Dave. And he was like, really? All right, fine. Just turn your tracking app on your phone.
yeah,
Again.
and
But yeah, we had a lot of fun.
that was amazing. Like you were talking about how you really wanted to see the Pacific Coast Highway, Highway 1.
Yeah.
And I was like, "How do you feel about motorcycles?" And you were like, "I'm down." So I ended up picking you up at your hotel at like 9 the next morning, and we rode for like 6 hours down the
Yeah.
coast. Like that
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
that was
It
fun.
was fun.
Now, the real reason
Yes.
I wanted you to be our first Caturday Night Live guest is because you foster animals. You have a home filled. Tell us about your menagerie that you have at home.
Well, we have 3 cats and 1 dog, and then I usually have a rotating door for foster cats. I used to foster dogs a lot. We had our other house, but this house works out better to foster cats and kittens. So that's what I have in my house, and then I also have a horse. He doesn't live in this house. He lives. I board him in a barn just about 20 minutes away. But yeah.
And
so,
folks probably wondering,
herd.
yeah, you're in North Carolina.
Yeah, Charlotte, North Carolina.
Yeah, and you actually delivered your horse, didn't you?
I did. I was there. It was my college graduation present to breed my mare. And yeah, so I was there when he was born. Pulled him out. And he's 14 years old now, but
wow, that's really cool. And
Yeah.
now we know exactly how old you are. So tell us about what happened with your latest foster cat.
So I've had her for about 2 weeks now. She was at High Kill Shelter in South Carolina. One of the rescues that I've worked with before messaged me, and I kind of keep my eye out I don't foster for one rescue in particular. I just kind of keep my eye out and see if usually I try and do mother cats with kittens because that's easier than bottle babies.
Mm-hmm.
So she messaged me and said there's a really pregnant cat that's on the euthanasia list at this High Kill Shelter. And this rescue really wanted her. So she said, but I need to get her out today. She's really pregnant. Can you take her tomorrow? So I did. I met up with her, and she's a beautiful Siamese. I got home. It was like checked after walking the dog at like 4:30, and she had 4 kittens, and 3 of them were like perfectly like dry and clean and nursing. And then I heard this like squeak coming up from underneath the couch. She was under the couch where she had them, and so in the back, like way against the wall, away from the other kittens, was this one that was like dry and cold, like he was still wet. She hadn't cleaned him at all, and he was cold and wet, and he was so cold like he could barely move, but he was still squeaking. He was like a little mummy. So I quickly immediately scooped him up, and I put him underneath my shirt, like up against my skin. So they are now 1 week old. Let let's see here. This is the pretty mama. She doesn't have a name yet, but
Okay,
we were
everybody
kind of waiting
watching,
until the kitten.
let's all just say it together. Aww.
That's
okay.
right.
Continue,
Yes.
please. So which one was the rejected one?
It's this one right here. I can tell him because his fur actually looks slightly different.
Look
He's
at the
like
mom.
less fuzzy than the other ones.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, so I spent like an hour and a half with him under my shirt. Like I was breathing into my shirt because I had a heating pad, but it wasn't getting hot. It wasn't getting him warm fast enough. I could tell he was like ice cold. And so I just put him under my shirt and I just like hot breathed into my shirt like you do into your hands when they're really cold for like an hour and made like a little sauna under my shirt. And within like 20 or 30 minutes, he really started to perk up. And then, he didn't nurse for like until like midnight that night. I finally got him. I think I was texting with you and like, I'm so afraid he's not going to make it because he wouldn't. He was trying to nurse, but he wouldn't actually latch on and nurse. So I was holding him up there.
Was he still under your shirt when he was trying to nurse? Because that's not how you're supposed to do it. That is incorrect.
No, he was with the mama
at
that point.
Okay, just making sure.
Yep. Just to clarify. Yeah, good question. I'm sure many other people were wondering that.
I'm sure. Look how protective she is. Like.
Yeah, she's so good. I mean, she's a little weirded out because the dog was barking a minute ago.
Yeah.
Maybe you guys heard that, but
yeah.
So that kind of concerns her sometimes. But she's really a pretty chill mama. She was kind of protective. Like at first she didn't like me having them out from underneath the couch like this. They were way in the back. It's okay, mommy. You're a good mama.
And you're gonna keep all these cats forever, aren't you?
Oh yes, no. No, that would definitely be grounds for divorce. I believe my husband would. He's very tolerant and supportive of the fostering.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, they have to move on to other homes.
Are you going to abstain from naming them so that you don't become too attached, or knowing that?
The rescue I'll work with the rescue to kind of name them. We want to come up with like a theme, so. Open to suggestions in the comments so that I can toss out ideas to the rescue. But yeah, we want to. It's kind of fun for as far as it also helps getting them adopted. Just to kind of have like a cohesive name for the mom and all the kittens, like the pasta kittens or the latte kittens.
Yeah. Okay.
All have
so
like a theme name.
Everybody watching can make suggestions for names based on a theme. I love that. And my brain starts going, what comes in fours? Wasn't there 4 Three Musketeers? I know like the name. I thought there was an extra one. Whatever.
Yeah, there were. I also had to figure out if they're boys or girls. They're little. I'm not. And it's really, really hard to tell at this age.
Oh.
So it's we'll have to wait until their bits get a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
A little more developed before I can really tell.
I get it.
You guys can see.
Oh, this is amazing. Wow, look at that.
She's so sweet.
Okay, I'm also going to speak for everyone when I say I think we need a webcam, like a 24/7 webcam watching these kittens all day long. Amazing. Look at that. It would be hard
to set up under the couch. That's like her. I tried to put them like out. I have this little cube, this little kind of playpen that I tried to put them in, and she was like, "Nope, under the couch."
Yeah. Well, cats do what they want, don't they?
Yeah, I like slide this whole thing back under there when I'm not in here to keep her happy.
Well, Sean, we have to get going, but I want to thank you for being our first official Caturday Night Live guest.
You're very welcome. It was. I'm glad everyone got to see the kitties.
Yeah, and I just want to say again, I'm really glad we're friends.
Me too.
All right. Talk to you soon.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Hello, Sean. It worked, didn't it? Okay. Hi, friends. That's hard. It's weird doing it that way. But I love Sean. Someone in the comments said, we met her last week. You're thinking of the Patreon only test run where we actually talked to her live. And Sean, who she is at dinner with her husband right now, and we got to give it up for her husband. What a cool guy. to just be so understanding about things. Let's go and check in on Rosalita. Oh, but we need to tell Sean that she needs to include pictures of the cats on her Instagram. Her Instagram is like barn cat something. I'll post about it. I've posted about her before when she came to visit. But let's go see how Miss Rosalita. This microphone. Hi, buddy. No. Shadow, no. Shadow, please. Shadow, please. He wants his churu. Come on, buddy. Okay. So Rosalita has been coming out, and then she scurries back under like she's afraid of something. So I don't know if it's like a smell, which is entirely possible in this house. But she is under there. But I've got her favorite treat here. Oh, here she comes. Here she comes. Hi. Okay, I'm going to put these right here. I got to get my phone so I can see the comments in case there's something. Okay. Also, I just want to say I'm impressed with y'all's gaming abilities. I am terrible at that. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. One of them is open. Food. It's delicious. So, I'm hearing you can't hear me right now. Is that true? Hi, can you all hear me? I'm trying to figure out if the sound is working. It's way hard when I'm doing this alone. Oh, just moved. I think I just showed my crack to people. Okay, I'm going to move. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. These things are tricky. But I'm going to bring Rosalita up here. Rosa! Wireless is always a thing. This is a wireless lavalier mic. And can watch Rosa eat her treats. Yeah, I know the sound's working now. Thank you. That's because I switched to this microphone rather than this one on my shirt. So does anyone know, are these things bad for a cat? Because they love them so much. And she did not eat her dinner tonight. Shadow houses his food. He wolfs it down. But Shadow only likes kibble. Like, he's even stopped eating the chicken. He just switches things up. I know someone's making fun of my chair. It's all torn up. Why? Why would I need a new chair? They're just going to tear that one up. I don't care. I don't care. They can destroy anything they want. Mi casa es ellos casa? Sus? I don't know. My Spanish is terrible. As long as it's not electronic, they can ruin it. Fine by me. Yes. So Shadow needs his treat. Let's get him up here. Sweet Shadow. And then, you know what? Let's try taking phone calls. Let's do that. Y'all want to try it? Who's got the guts? Who's got the guts to call us on Skype? I have to open Skype first, don't I? Hello. She's licking her fingers. She's licking her fingers. Yeah, we'll see if this works. Might not. That's cool. I have gunk all over my fingers and I'm trying to... Okay. Maybe I'll... Hold on. Hi, sweet girl. Hi, sweet girl. Hi, sweet girl. Now I'm just curious to know if this will work. I also installed a second monitor, so that's a little bit easier. Hi, baby. You want to hear her growl? Oh, and hiss. What's the matter, sweetie? You are free to go. No one is holding you. Look at those eyes. They're gorgeous. Really beautiful eyes. Hi, sweet girl. Hi, sweet girl. Yes. Okay. Yes. All right. I'm going to answer some of the advice questions we got. And if someone calls in, cool. If not, also cool. Let's see. We got 2 cat questions and 1 non-cat. We'll just go with the first cat question, which is from Kylie. I change people's names, even though it's just their first names, just because, whatever. Okay, sweetie. We got Benvolio when he was 6 weeks old. He's a wonderful kitty, going to be 3 in July, but he's a biter. We've been gentle. He goes into a quiet room for a long time out, 5 to 10 minutes, each time, but it doesn't work. We find ourselves yelling no, the way one might yell at a naughty child, and that's not working. I play with him, but he still attacks. He hates having company. What do I do? Do the Feel Away products work at all? What do you think, sweetie? What do you think? Let me put her down because Shadow is getting into my gear. The first thing I'll say is talk to your vet, right? And talk to a vet who is also a cat behaviorist, because I am not a cat behaviorist. All I can do is tell you what has worked for me. I can't say whether or not Feel Away works. We did it. It made really no difference. But I have had some experience with biters. And the one thing I have seen that, again, has worked for me is not yelling at them at all. You don't want to associate... I get this... I got a C in Psych 101, which is like the world's easiest class. I just never went because I thought it'd be so easy. So I forget the difference between positive reinforcement and negative reinforcement and punishment. And there's another one. There's 4. Anyway, the point is, I would just say, like, the thing that worked for me is to just stop playing with them. Like, the game's over when they bite. Bubba, I'm trying to give this to you. I'm trying so hard. I can't get it open. And not yelling at them, not putting them in timeout, just ending the fun time. Because you also have to remember, like, why do cats bite in the first place, right? Well, cats need to kill. They're not like dogs. Cats are not as, buddy, I'm failing you as a father. I am so sorry. I'm going to get this open. Look at this. They're ridiculous. My poor boy. Hold on, everybody. I'm going to get some scissors. This is ridiculous. So I'm just going to talk loudly and tell you that either my guess would be your cat just needs to kill, and that just might be your hand. Come here, Shadow. And or it's like cats are we're animals. Cats are animals. They can transfer aggression, so they might be mad at something they saw out the window or whatever, and they take it out on you. So some people are saying in the comments that the Feel Away works. I have not found that to work, but whatever works for you. But more than anything, please, by all means, talk to your vet. Let's go to Let's go to the question that's not cat related. That chair does look really bad. Look at that. But I don't care. It does the trick. I sit here. Hi, Bubba. You want this? Come on, sir. Oh, your boy. Oh, your boy. All right. Shadow gets his treat too. We'll give Shadow his treat whilst we answer this question from Rhonda. She started with a compliment. Gotta read that. She said, "This Instagram page fills me with so much joy." Oh yeah, we're getting a call. Shadow, I'll feed you in a second. Let's just try this. Let's just see if this works. Looks like Lisa is calling. Caller, you're on the air.
Dave?
Yeah, this is Dave.
Hi.
Hi. Is this Lisa?
Yeah.
You need to turn your computer down for a second there, Lisa.
Yeah,
and let me just make sure everybody can hear us. You are the bravest of the braves. You really are. Let me just see. Is this working? Where are you from, Lisa?
St. Louis.
Oh, rock on. It does appear to be working. This is so fun. And you're in St. Louis. And for those of you who are in other parts of the world, or maybe like cheated in geography, that would be St. Louis, Missouri.
Missouri. Yep.
Yeah. And what do you do in St. Louis, Missouri, Lisa?
Well, I've been disabled, but I was a paramedic firefighter before that.
I'm sorry to hear that. Do you want to talk about how you were disabled, or no? Do you want to just move on?
It was a car accident, spinal cord injury.
I'm so sorry to hear that. Is it like you can't, what's it, paraplegic, can't use?
No, I'm all good with that. I just have
good.
Problems where I can't lift anything like patients or fire hoses or
I'm sorry to hear that.
anything like that anymore, and I get major headaches.
Oh, that's awful. Well, I sincerely hope that gets better. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing all right. I'm being tackled by my dog as I'm talking to you.
Oh. I'm sorry, this is a cat show. We'll see you later. Thanks for calling, Lisa.
I have
Bye-bye.
two cats.
Oh, you do have to? Okay.
And my dog thinks she's a cat.
Well, what are your animals' names, Lisa?
My oldest cat is a Manx, and his name is Bob.
A Manx? Did you say a Manx?
Yeah. No tail.
Oh, Bob. So that's good.
And then
That's
my
clever.
youngest is an all-black cat like Shadow, and her name is Nephthys.
Nephthys. What is the origin of Nephthys?
It's an Egyptian goddess.
Oh, very cool. And your dog's name is?
Snowy. She's a
Aw.
boxer pit bull mix.
Oh, wow. And they all get along pretty well?
Oh, yeah.
And are your cats indoor only or
Oh, yeah.
outdoor indoor?
Indoor only. I've got a feral colony I take care of.
You take care of a feral colony of cats?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. And what does that entail?
TNR
Uh-huh.
and feeding them
That's awesome.
and giving them shelter.
Do you, what happens in the winter? Because it can get pretty cold in
Yeah,
St. Louis.
I have shelters on my porch.
Oh, that's really nice. And did you have? You don't have to have a question. I just want to make perfectly clear. You can just call in and chit chat. But did you have anything particular on your mind you wanted to talk about, or you just wanted to be the bravest person watching? You're the bravest person in Tradolita land because you called in, and that's awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah. But no.
I think you're super brave. I love Caturday Night Live.
Thank you for acknowledging my bravery. I don't hear that enough. I am
It's
extraordinarily brave
It's
for
super
doing a
brave
live
and
stream.
super creative, and I love it.
Well, thank you for saying that. I don't think it's brave of me to do this. I do it just because it's fun. It is sometimes hard. And, I mean, does doing a live stream make me some kind of hero? You know? Yes. Yes, it does. And, no. But I did what any hero would have done. Just once, I'm totally dominating the conversation. I just want you to know
That's
that I know
all right.
that. But I have a dream, and I'm going to share it with everybody watching, that someday I thwart a crime. Let's say, like, there's a bank robbery, and I tackle, the gunman or something, and then I get interviewed by the local media. and then I just act the fool like that. I just say, I saw this guy running with an AR-15, and I knew something was wrong, and I just tackled him. And just putting myself in danger like that make me some kind of hero? Yes, it does. But I did what any hero would have done. And I just want to tell everyone that crime doesn't pay, but stopping a crime should. And you can send your donations to patreon.com, and just totally turn it into a pitch for money. I want to do that so bad. Yeah. So, and you are married. Do I understand that correctly, Lisa?
I'm engaged.
You're engaged. Let's talk about that. What's his name?
Sean.
Sean? Is he right there? Can you not talk about him?
No, he's in the other room.
All right. Well, I'm going to ask you what you love most about him and what you love least. We'll start with most. Go.
He's kind.
Oh, that's nice.
He's caring.
I'm sorry. You can only say one thing, Lisa. You spent it on kind. No, of course you can. Kind and caring. Is he funny?
Yeah.
Okay.
But he's also grumpy.
Okay, well, we'll get to that in a second, but I want to make sure everybody listening heard that answer. When I asked Lisa if Sean is funny, she said, yeah. What does that sound like? That sounds like a no. So he has some work to do in the funny department.
No, he can be funny when he's in the mood to be funny.
Okay.
Then he's really funny.
Uh-huh. What does that mean? Like when he drinks? Is that when he's funny?
No, because he doesn't drink.
Oh.
Sometimes he gets grumpy, and he's just grumpy.
I'm sorry, I have to interrupt you for a second. It looks like I'm just staring down at my crotch because I'm feeding Shadow, and folks, I didn't realize folks couldn't see. And then the least thing, the thing you like least, and we just got another call, so we're gonna have to go here in a second, Lisa. But no, you know what? I was just joking. You don't have to tell what you like least about Sean, your fiance, the person you're committed to spending the next 2 to 7 years
grumpy
with. Statistically speaking, that's true. But yeah,
we've been together for 9.
You've been together for 9?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's about that time to move on, in my experience.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. I think that's great. Good for you.
How do you get your cats to eat treats? I have my one. Bob eats treats. My dog eats treats, but Neftis will only eat dry Purina Naturals, and that's it. She won't eat any other kind of food, any other kind of treat.
I'd say count yourself lucky. And we've all met.
But she's asthmatic, so I have to give her an inhaler. So trying to do that without the lure of treats as a reward is difficult.
So is anyone else picking up why her dog doesn't eat treats?
Your cat.
Because you've associated the inhaler with the treats.
No, actually, she just started the inhaler. She's never eaten treats.
I want to believe you because my way makes me sound like a genius, like I solved the problem. So, you know what I mean? Can you just go with me? No, I'm kidding. I don't, again, I have no idea, but like I tell everyone who asks me for advice, believe me, there's someone more knowledgeable to ask, like a vet.
Well, I heard you saying that tonight that Shadow only eats kibble now.
Yeah, isn't that weird? And he's not, I don't know if you can see, I'm holding him up right now. This is a heavy cat. He's not fat. He's heavily muscled, but he's 11, now he's 11 and a half pounds. And that's, my vet said he shouldn't get much above 11. But he lets me do anything. I don't know if it's hard with the lag between the video, but this cat, I can just hold him like this, and I can just bite his tummy. And he tickles him. Hey, your buddy. He's your buddy.
Neftis is like that with me. She's a total mama's girl, but she wants nothing to do with anything but that one particular dry cat.
Yeah.
God forbid she has to go on a special diet.
Well,
she won't eat it.
Yeah, let's just be thankful that she's eating, and let's not think about it too much. Let's not overthink it. Shadow's doing something. Someone take a screenshot of this. This is a really cute picture. What's happening right now? All right, Lisa, I got to run. We got other folks calling.
And I hope Rosalita's feeling better.
Thank you so much. I will certainly keep everyone posted on that, and I will let her know that you inquired about her well-being. Okay.
Okay.
All right, Lisa. I adore you for calling in. You're good people, and we'll talk soon.
Okay. Bye, Dave.
Bye-bye. I can't tell what's going on here. Did I hang up?
Caller, you're on the air.
Weird.
Yeah, this is Dave.
Okay, sorry, I had to take my headphones off because it was replaying the call in my head.
Is this
All right,
Lisa?
someone else wants to call. That was kind of fun. Did everybody hang up? No, there's actually more people here. So let's take another call. If someone wants to call in, incoming call.
Oh my
Hello?
gosh, can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
Headphones off because it was replaying the call in my head.
You got to mute your computer because there's on a delay.
So let's take another call. If someone wants to call in,
Hello?
Can you wait?
Hello? Yes, you can hear me. It's a delay.
Can you hear me?
This is just like every radio show ever. You ever watch like...
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. I have to walk away from my computer because I can't see you and listen at the same time.
Exactly. It's very... Now you know. But you also need to go mute your computer. Essentially, what's your name?
Hold on, it's Rose.
Rose, you're ruining the show. I'm kidding. I'm
I
kidding.
can't see you.
You'll
How's
know,
that?
Yeah, no, it's perfect. Can I...
There we go.
We still hear Lisa, someone said. I don't know.
Really?
No, I don't know. I've never done it this way, and so it's just... it sounds like everything's working now. Let's just take a deep breath. And I'm sorry.
I didn't actually expect you to answer. I've been trying forever to get through. Hi, Dave.
I
Hi,
didn't
Shadow.
expect you to call. And you said your name was Rose?
Well, yes, but you see me on. It's semi-complicated. It's Ismania David that you see me logged on there, and I'm Longboard Chick on Instagram.
No way. Holy mackerel.
Yes.
It's Longboard Chick, everybody. I'm having a little bit of a moment here, and I'm just going to tell everyone watching why. Because you have been not only one of our longest running friends, you were an early entrant onto No Eyeshadow, but also one of our most prolific commenters and all around fun people. And I've never talked to you before. So this is so cool. Hello.
Well, hello to you too. Huge fan, in case you can't tell, of that boy right behind you.
So there's a lag, so I can't see what you're seeing. You don't see. Wait.
Shadow.
Oh, Shadow. Yeah. Well, who else would it be? I'm making fun of myself right there. Wouldn't that be great if there was actually like a creepy like little boy right behind me? Oh,
I would never sleep again at night.
Yeah, I am a big fan of those kinds of practical jokes. Can I just, we'll get back to you in a second, but I worked for a company that was 100% work from home, and so all of your meetings were done via Zoom calls, right? And so I had this grand plan to shoot video. It's a little complicated. I was going to shoot video from here, but me not in the seat, right? Just of this background, the chair, and then have me come up from behind the chair, right? Then I would push my big screen TV into the shot like this, and then play that video behind me. So then, if everyone's understanding me, you would be on a call with me in a meeting, talking to me, and suddenly I would pop up from below and come back down, and they would completely lose it. But they fired me, so I didn't get to do that. Now,
you would have to pick me. You'd have to call a paramedic because I'd have a heart attack.
There's apparently like 20 paramedics on the stream right now. And FYI, we are going long tonight. I don't care. Like, this is fun. This is kind of working. So we'll keep going with this. And so, Rose, back to you. What's your story? Who are you? What do you do? Where do you live?
I am actually having a moment. I am just fangirling in a big way.
I'm fanboying. I'm fanning right back at you. Now answer my GD question. What's your story?
Oh, okay. No. I live in Houston.
Mm-hmm.
I am a
Texas.
total TNR fail. Yeah, but I call North Carolina home.
Okay.
I had to move back here many moons ago because my mother passed away in my brother's pool, and it kind of made him a little crazy.
Wow. I'm sorry to hear about
that. Thanks. But anyway, I'm a total TNR fail.
Mm-hmm.
I have trapped many a cat. I've had them neutered. I released them. They go nowhere. They're all here. They live
Oh, TNR fail in that way. I thought you would like do the neutering and all the cats would not
here.
make
They don't leave. They just don't leave.
I'm sorry. I'm just going to say that's success. I don't. I think that I know it's like a fun thing to call like foster fails and things like that, but I just think that's success, and I think you are just. And I already knew you were a good person. Like I can tell from comments. That's how I've met some people through this. Is their comments are just so kind and compassionate and interesting, funny, whatever. And so I know that about you. So I just kind of want to like acknowledge the fact that. The word fail doesn't belong anywhere in your TNR experience. So how many cats does that mean you have now?
That's 5. One showed up on my door. The only female I have, she's a polydactyl. Her name's Pilar, and she showed up a few years ago. And she just showed up on my doorstep back when I lived in an apartment. And her story, long story short for her, is she apparently belonged to somebody, but they passed away. And then either the family or whomever just left her.
Oh.
And then she got in with some bad humans. She had a very bad time of it. I remember once Ice Cube was, you know how your ice maker makes that sound when it's filling?
Mm-hmm.
It scared her so bad she ran into pooing and peeing all over herself to her little cubby. But I actually had her for like a year before she came out of the closet. So
wow,
she'd had it bad. Yeah, she'd had it bad. And I once we figured out what had happened to her, and I'm horribly allergic to her, so I've kept her. But I didn't want her to have to go through anything else. So she's been here.
I'm sorry, you have 5 cats, but you're only allergic to one of them?
Yes.
That's interesting. I don't think I'd heard that before. I'm curious to know if that's something other people.
It's got to be her long hair. She's the only long-haired I have.
Oh, yeah. I guess that would be it. And what's your situation? Are you married, fiance? What's going on?
Oh my gosh, no. I haven't had. Let's see. Last husband, couple of decades ago.
Last husband.
No. I have a couple. I like 2 out of 3 of them. They're okay. Well, no, one of them. 2 out of 3, not so much.
Huh.
But they live in other countries, so I'm good.
Oh, this sounds like a story. This sounds like you're like, are you like, I mean, I know there's like Russian brides and things like that. Is this like a RussianGrooms.com kind of a thing? Are you finding men?
No, but ironically, and this is going to sound so flip, but it's just so true. First husband, drug dealer, big time. Last husband, cop. Both, I got married to both of them at gunpoint. One had a badge and a gun. One had a badge and a gun, though. The last time, and a judge. So I got married.
So just out of curiosity, what did the drug dealer? What was his drug of choice?
Oh, cocaine. That was back in the 80s. He was big time. Oh yeah, he got caught into trouble.
I think I remember him. Was he like kind of?
Do you know him?
No,
I don't want to know.
I'm not someone who does that. I just want to make perfectly clear. Okay.
I hope everyone knows we were just kidding. It's just fun between me and Dave. Don't anyone start DMing him, please, for the love of God.
Okay, but this wasn't just between you and me. Wait, were you kidding about him being a drug dealer?
Oh no, he definitely was. He really was. But that was a long time ago in a valley far, far away.
Did you know he was a drug dealer when you married him?
No, I actually don't remember when I married him, to be honest with you.
It was the 80s. It's hard to remember things like that. It was a different decade for our younger viewers.
And in so much as that is true, it was mostly because he was beating the living mess out of me at the time. So that was That had a lot to do with not remembering. There was 6 years in there I don't remember a lot of, but that's why I don't remember, and I couldn't. I remember this though when the FBI was questioning me. They had this little suitcase, you've seen it on TV. So they opened it up. They asked me the perfunctory questions. I don't know how we got off the cats and onto this, but oh well.
Continue.
So they open up this case. They're asking me the questions. I identify myself, blah, blah, blah. And then they asked me basically almost the exact same question. The man looked at me and said, so if your husband left for 2 and 3 days at a time, didn't you ever wonder where he went? Yes, of course.
That's a good
So
point.
didn't you ever ask him anything? Oh, absolutely not.
Amen. Hey,
Oh,
Rose, I got to cut you off. We got, I think, another caller, but we definitely got to keep this
yeah.
moving. But I just want to say, first of all, thank you for calling in. Thank you for being a follower. And also, I think it's probably for the best that maybe you're taking a break from husbands because I'm not sure your judgment is like super great when it comes to that. But never give up. Just I don't know. I'm trying to think of a pithy way to end this call, but we don't have to. But never
No,
stop
we
following
chat
us.
later. It's somebody else needs to chat because it's an absolute fangirl experience to talk to you. So it was lovely to meet everyone and give Shadow a hug for me.
I sure will. Thank you so much for calling, Rose.
Okay, bye, love.
Okay, bye. Wow, that went a direction I didn't expect. All right. We're about, I don't know. We're still hanging in there. We could do story time. Let's let you all pick. We could do story time. We could go check in on Rosalita. We can if you want to see Rosalita, the story time is pre-recorded. So you will see her in that. Let's just do story time. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I love that call took a turn because that's what live entertainment's about. I've done a lot of stand-up comedy in my life, and it's awesome talking to the audience. I do a lot of audience crowd work because you never know. You never know. All right, so this is going to feel live. This is story time. This is when Rosalita was out from under the couch. So let's just see how this goes. Here we go. Okay, I'll take the laptop over here. Hello. Hello. All right, we're going to triple fist it here, filming with one hand, using the cat fishing pole toy, and reading story time. First, let's just get them going. Hello. Hello. Now, of course, Shadow will pretty much take to the sidelines because player 2 will always jump up. And Shadow is very, very cautious about hurting his little sister because he's a jumper and he's heavier than she is. I like to think that's the reason he won't play when Rosalita's here. He will play with Rosalita. The two of them will play for sure. He chases her all over. She chases him. Cookie. Cookie. Now, if I just sit this here, and if she doesn't go for it, he will. Or not. All right. This is a little boring, so we will add the story in. Hopefully that will be less boring. So we're going to do two things at once. Here we go. Hold on. Okay, so when last we left Cat, Dad, and Rosalita, Shadow, and Triscuit, they were on a camping trip in Yosemite. They rode in their motorcycle with the new sidecar, and they're sitting around the fire with their new friend, the park ranger, Nathan, and they were telling stories. And so Triscuit is telling the story of her previous life, about how she ended up at the SPCA. And she had been owned by a rather awful rich woman in Woodside, California, who took her to cat shows. She was born from a breeder. I don't know if any of this is true, but it's the story. It's the backstory I've made up. It's her origin story. All right, I'm winding that thing with my mouth. Okay, so Triscuit did not like living with this woman who did not feed her enough because she wanted her to be really thin. Go get it, buddy. And it goes like this. Triscuit says, "So I guess there's only so many times you can wonder what else life has to offer before you decide to find out. One day, the gardener left the back door cracked open, and I left. I didn't really know where I was going, but once at a show, I had met a Maine Coon who lived in San Francisco. He told me that there were a lot of homeless people there because the city tries to take care of them, and I figured this might mean that they would take care of me. So I walked to San Francisco. The end, I guess. Save for the crackling of the fire, it was almost totally silent. Dad heard Rosalita sniffle and wipe a paw across her cheek. Triscuit, it's more than 30 miles from Woodside to San Francisco, Dad said. Across the Santa Cruz Mountains. That must have been incredibly difficult. It wasn't so bad, Triscuit said. My friend had told me that it was in the north, so I just headed that way along the road. I mean, I'm a cat. I have a good sense of direction. Why is nobody playing with us? Come on, guys. All right, let's get going. There we go. All right. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. This is what the folks came for. We'll get back to the story in a second. Come on, get it. Come on, get it. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. This is why I need a co-host, someone who can do this. Okay. So then, Triscuit said, I'm a cat. I have a good sense of direction. And then Rosalita said, Dad, may I ask a question now? Of course, Rosalita. Thank you for letting your sister finish. Well, how long did it take? And what did you eat? Where did you sleep? It only took 2 days. I had a hard time finding food. I'd never had to do that before, so I didn't really eat anything. But I was pretty used to not eating a lot. I'd sleep under some leaves a little way off the road, but you don't really sleep when it's that cold. Mostly I just rested my legs and paws. They got pretty sore. Ranger Nate, I need to get down and sit with my sister, okay? Because Rosalita was on Nate's lap. Without a word, Nate carried Rosalita over to Triscuit and set her beside her big sister. Rosalita leaned against Triscuit and buried her nose into her fur. Looking up quickly, almost with a sense of alarm, Rosa said, Is this okay? Is it okay if I snuggle with you? Triscuit smiled and put her paw around her little sister and giggled in a way that Dad had never heard. Yes, you sweet thing. It's very okay. And then, looking around at the rest of them, she said, So, that's pretty much it. I wasn't in San Francisco 3 hours before a nice lady stopped her car and picked me up and took me to the shelter. I didn't really know what the place was. I thought it was like a cat show because people kept coming around, seeming like they were evaluating me. I was scared and shy and didn't want them touching me, so no one adopted me. But then, Dad came and just sat there. He seemed nice, so I sat on his lap. And here I am. In what Dad saw as an attempt to lighten the mood, Triscuit slapped him on the leg and said, My hero. It had the intended effect, and everyone laughed. Shadow hopped down from his chair. Shadow hopped down from his chair, whispered something into Triscuit's ear, and then gave her a gentle kiss on her cheek. Aw, I love you too, Shadow. Triscuit's eyes were welling up, but she quickly clapped her hands together and declared, And I love s'mores. Are we going to do this thing or what? Triscuit has a hard time talking about her feelings. Okay, that's it for story time right now. I think it's time maybe we answered some advice. We got some interesting... Okay, guys, I'll be back in a minute. I'll be back in a second. Hello. Hello, my friends. Oh, yeah, the phone lines are not open. We're done taking calls right now, so let's turn that off. I will put this up there. If you have a question you want answered on Caturday Night Live, then send it to cnl.advice@gmail.com. But look who came out, okay? This is Triscuit. If this is your first time joining us on the CNL, let me just see if I can do this. Hi, PP. Adjust the camera a little bit. And then we're almost done here. We're going to, I thought we'd do some home movies. Here you go, PP. So this is her. This is Triscuit. She's the sweetest. She's my special needs cat, I like to say, because it's kind of a joke, but it's true. She requires more attention and she's the one who like befuddles me in terms of how to make her happy. So she is one of those cats who is difficult to figure out in terms of what she wants in terms of love and affection. But she's gotten really, really awesome about Rosalita, and she's been coming out more and hanging out, which is really, really fun. So we're gonna sit here, and I'm just gonna play a couple of like 2-minute videos of just like things. I don't know. I'm just gonna share a little bit of me with you, and then we'll chat for a second, and then we'll be done. I was just going through some of my old videos, and I was like, oh, this one's fun. So I don't know. I am trying to get up a sailing. I sail a sailing outing, a meetup. So folks want to see what sailing in San Francisco Bay looks like. This was on a very fast boat, and it was very windy, which it always is in the summer. And I was goofing around pretending to be sleeping, but it was actually pretty sporty. Here we go.
Oh, we're surfing now.
Oh, you can hear me too. Okay. So that's me holding the camera. You can see we're flying. And it's my buddy Jeff sitting across from me. I don't think he was running music behind me. Pam says she's got to go for a little bit, so that's probably coming back. That's cool. There I am, being hilarious. Turning to sleep. Anyway, now we will go back to camera 1. I'm still figuring out this switcher. It's really fun. You want to see another one? Okay. Here, this is exciting. This is terribly exciting. And I'm not someone who would normally share this. It's me in a wetsuit surfing in Santa Cruz on my stand-up paddleboard. I'm so brave that great whites in the water like that don't even bother me. But that was edited in. There was no great white there, just so you know. That was just fun. That was just tomfoolery, trickery. Oh, here's a fun video, very short. When I was working at Yahoo, we had I hosted a news program there for employees, and we had a contest with Josie, the big soccer manager. But anyway, it was like a trick shot thing, so we did a funny video that I couldn't believe how well this worked. Here we go. You had to make a video of you doing a trick shot with a soccer. That was fun, and that was real. There was no editing there. And she really did hit me in the gazots, which was a lot of fun. And I'm just going to keep going. What else we got? I showed y'all Autumn last time, right? Or did I not? This is a really quick video. This cat, Autumn, when I lived in Virginia, used to come, like she was indoor, outdoor, and she would come running to me as soon as I came outside. And I will never,
Baby.
forget.
Come here.
Hi.
Oh,
Hi there. Hi. Hi, friend. What are you doing? Hey, buddy. You want to go lay down and
Angus
roll
was
around
in
on the
this
ground?
Shot too. I could be
Yeah?
wrong. Angus was my first black cat. Nope. Okay. So we're just about done. I think we're done with the phone calls and all that. But I think this was a better CNL than last time. And I think the pre-recording a couple of segments helped. And I think we had more cats, which is cool. I'd love to hear your feedback. I appreciate everyone's kind and thoughtful feedback. But I want to want to ask y'all. I mean, I think I know the answer to this about Rosalita. I'm a little worried. I just put her in the bedroom. I don't know why she's isolating under the couch like that, but she's eating, right? So she didn't eat her dinner, but she was macking on these churro snacks, like devouring them. So I don't feel like I should be that worried. Cats sometimes do that. I feel like if I took her to the vet tonight, they're just gonna, I don't know what they're gonna say. I don't know. What would you do, friend? She's not doing anything unusual except she's choosing to be under the couch. So if this continues tomorrow, it's hard because there's a lag period. I want to see what you all think about this. Anyway, it's hard because there's like 30-second lag time. I thought the lag time would be less. All right, here's what I want. Here's what I need from you. More participation. Send me your questions. And they can be about anything. It doesn't have to be about cats, right? I mean, yeah, we're here because of cats, but we have cats because we're human, and they do something magical for us. Don't they? I think so. And so send me your questions. And if you want to be one of our Skype interview guests, email me or DM me or whatever, and we'll set that up. And you can call in next time. I'm stalling a little bit because I want to see this. Yeah. Thanks, Tress. Thanks, Patty. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna make sure she's drinking water. But yeah, if it's tomorrow, I'm gonna call the vet if she's still doing that tomorrow. All right, and then we eventually, if someone is musically inclined, you're gonna help us with a closing song. But for now, we still have this closing song, which is technically a copyright violation, but it's from like 1977, so who knows? And I don't think I can hear it. It's really weird, y'all, when I have to put these on. Okay, you ready to sing the closing song?
May tomorrow be a perfect day.
May you find love and laughter along the way.
May God keep you in his tender care till he brings us together again.
Good night, everybody. It's from Donnie and Marie from like 30 years ago. Longer. It's almost 40 years. In fact, it might be 40 years. Come on. 1978. I'm bad at this. I'm bad at math.
Also appearing
Thanks for coming, folks.
Jim Connell, Karen Kresge,
That's
and
it.
Van Snow.
We are done.
My name's George Fenner.
You're awesome. Bye.